Good morning.
Welcome to the morning show.
Yeah.
The Big Show with Glenn and Angel on Kiss 92.
Good morning.
Sometimes getting out of bed in the morning is a lot to deal with all at once.
Good morning and welcome to the biggest and best breakfast show in the world. We are The Big Show, and today we're so honored to have with us April Kim, who is one of the best interpreters in the world.
Interpreter extraordinaire.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
exactly.
I'm shy, guys. I'm here.
Oh, that's right. Hello, April Kim.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Angel. Nice to meet you, Glenn.
Very nice to meet you. Finally, I've heard so much about you from my girls, Cheyenne and Shalini.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm really honored.
I'm going to bring up the names that I think most Singaporeans know when it comes to, K-pop idols.
Go for it.
For example, Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa from Blackpink.
Woo.
I mean, you recently worked with her, and of course, there's Taeyeon as well.
Yeah.
For people kind of my generation.
Yeah.
There's IU as well.
Girls' generation.
IU as well.
IU. Who's
17
IU?
as well.
One of my car has an IU.
He's thinking in-vehicle unit.
Oh, my God.
I'm just being honest.
I need to educate you today.
Okay, yes, please.
I always describe IU as a Korean Taylor Swift. She's a composer and she's a great songwriter, producer, of course, amazing singer, but also she's an actor. So I'm pretty sure
Wow.
you must have gone through one of her.
She's
know
like
why?
a triple threat.
She is like all rounder.
I've heard the name IU, but I didn't know it was like the letter I and U. I thought it was AYU.
Yeah, okay. No, that's
okay.
fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, so is it pronounced IU or?
Yeah, it's like IU, I and you, yeah, like IU. I really
She's very pretty.
She's so pretty. She's so gorgeous. I mean, wait a minute, my brain is like fogging right now. But you need to listen to her song. Like, if you listen to her song, you will know and feel what I'm talking about.
Like the Taylor Swift vibe, almost, or no, not.
It's different. The reason that I'm using Taylor Swift is because that is one of the image that Singaporean friends are most familiar with. But I'm just saying, if you're Korean. And if you live in Korea, you will fall in love with IU because her song is everywhere, and then you just grow up with her song. So,
Right.
If I can recommend you one song, her latest album is.
Come on.
There's so many good songs. I need to choose one. Okay, but Love Wins All is definitely one that I'll recommend for you. But
Love Wins
also
All.
my personal favorite from that album is. 관객이 될게. Wait a minute. What is the English version of it? Oh my God.
The translator is not
It's
translating.
okay, it's okay.
My brain is fogged.
We have time.
It's very early in the
I
morning.
stand you. Because I was singing inside. I was like, 관객이 될게. And I stand you. Yeah, I really want you to listen to those two songs.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And IU loves you. We have during the Big
her.
Show TV, we've got something that we put together.
Okay.
Some of the artists that you've interviewed and all that. I will be playing that on the Big Show TV. Anyway, we are speaking to April Kim, interpreter extraordinaire, right here on the Big Show. Meantime, here's Keshi with "Kiss Me Right" on Kiss 92.
Okay, so we're now on YouTube and Facebook. So April, you were talking about growing up with IU's music and stuff like that. Tell us a little bit about your growing up. Did you grow up in Korea or did you grow up in Singapore?
I grew up in Korea until in Korea we call it high school. I
Okay.
think here is a
Secondary school.
Correct, yeah. So I grew up in Korea. I came to Singapore because of the university. So I'm from Singapore Management University, SMU.
Okay.
I came here in 2016 because of the university. I graduated. Ever since then, I'm staying in Singapore. So before that, fully Korean. After that, I feel like I'm fully Singaporean.
Fully immersed.
It is, because I rarely go back to Korea. And then whenever people ask me, hey, how's Seoul? I'm like, I have no idea.
So you were here at SMU. What were you studying, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, business management and then marketing.
Okay, so what made you become an interpreter, though?
I went to, so my first ever concert was in Singapore because my mom is typical Asian mom who doesn't allow you, child, to go to a concert
right.
with her money. So, so she's like, once you earn money, then you can go for a concert. So I was like, I came to Singapore and I started to earn money thanks to internship. So I was like, finally, it is time. So I went to the first concert, and that was Taeyeon's concert in Singapore in 2019.
Okay.
And in the concert, I realized that there is a show translator. Well, actually, it's a show interpreter, because translator is a written
That's right.
translation.
Right.
Interpretation,
Spoken.
like what I'm
Spoken,
doing. It's
okay.
spoken. So for the first time ever in my life, because in Korea you don't need an interpreter. So in Singapore I realized there's a show interpreter for my artists, my favorite ones. I was like, that's the job that I want.
Wow.
So I've been just like digging and telling people I really want this. And one day I just got an opportunity and I just grasped it with my whole heart. I'm like, I don't care if I fail, if I become someone that they will never call me again, but this is the chance I'm going to go for it.
And who was that first artist?
Yeah, who was it?
First one, I will say, like, the concert itself was 17. So 17 Be the Sun in 2022 was the first concert.
Oh my goodness! Let's have a look at some of the work that you've done, because I think you really need to see April or hear April at work, because she doesn't just say it; she feels it as well.
And you understand why the artists love her so much.
Yeah.
에이프릴 씨 너무 잘하시더라. 에이프릴 씨 목소리가 나오면 딱 기분 좋아지는 그런 게 있어가지고.
감정을 굉장한 억양으로 잘 살려주고 계신 것 같아서 감사합니다. I think the translator is picking up my tone in such excellence, so thank you so much.
승합사분이 저희 지금까지 투어하면서 정말 많은 승합사분들 뵀지만 에너지가 제일 좋은 것 같아요. 이것은 바로 싱가포르이기 때문이에요. 그렇더니 오늘은 열기를 마지막 무대. 너무 열심히 해주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you so much for your hard work. 너무 슬퍼요. 기분이 너무 좋구만. I feel so good right now. I'm gonna eat it so well. Oh my God, thank you.
Oh my goodness!
Feels like you are teaching them English as well from time to time.
I mean, I'm really honored whenever they like imitate my voice, imitate the way I talk. You know, it feels surreal whenever that happens.
Like, how hard? You sound like you're having a lot of fun at it.
I am, but at the same time, I was really nervous.
Yeah.
Like this morning when
Was
I
that
walked
the
into the
first
studio.
one? Was that the first one?
No, this is the second one. The recent
Second one,
that
okay,
happened
okay.
last weekend, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
So I worked with them in 2022. This is the second time I'm working with them in 2024. So I was really nervous.
And you say, this morning when you're coming to the studio, you were feeling a bit nervous as well.
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Don't. You're surrounded by all these superstars all the
You
time.
guys are also superstars.
Aw. No, we love, putting our guests at ease.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
I've seen
that's
it.
important.
Thank you so much.
For us.
So do you just translate for K-pop artists that come into Singapore, or do you do it internationally as well?
Oh, so for me, I also interpret in Korea, and then whenever there is a need, I do travel overseas. So like one of the things that I will never forget and I will always be grateful is that I follow IU for her like US like leg of tour, for her like world tour.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Whenever I talk about it, I feel like, oh my god, I can't believe it happened.
She only wants you.
Oh. Yes, I'm shy, and at the same time I feel so proud. At the same time I feel like I need to be responsible. You
Yeah.
know, like I need to be better and better for the next time, like when she comes back, so I can be the person that she can always rely on. So it's not just IU, but also for all the artists that I've met before or I've worked with them before. I'm always like, okay, next time when they come back, I will make sure that I am actually improved. My skill set
Of
actually got
course,
better.
yeah.
So like they can proudly say like, oh, I'm happy to have you as an interpreter.
Amazing,
Right.
amazing. Improving
But
every day.
Why did you have to help Lisa out?
So I was the host. So there was a comment saying like, hey, Lisa can speak fluent English. Why do they need an interpreter? I'm like, I know. But I was the host. So
Oh,
we were
you were the
speaking
host.
English and
Right.
then like we were just having fun as like like the 2 people on the stage because it was her first ever fan meetup. So it was so much fun.
But I'm sure there were Koreans there as well. You know, I'm sure she would have spoken some Korean, you know, while she was there.
Actually, like,
Okay, tell you what, let's go back on air. I'll ask you that question.
all
again.
right, okay, gotcha.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the PIE towards the airport, there is an accident right before Tampines Avenue 5. Look out for that. And if you spot anything at all that we need to know, please WhatsApp us 885550
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is interpreter extraordinaire April Kim. Thank you so much for joining us today, waking up so early. And are you a morning person, April?
I'm not a morning person.
You're not, right? And why should you be? I'm not a morning person. If I didn't have to work and wake up at like 4:45 in the morning, I'd probably still be asleep. I probably wake up at like 10:30 in the morning. Or something.
Yeah, I was like thinking, like, you guys start to work at 6 a.m. How are you not a morning person?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. You have to be.
No, I'm not.
No, he's
I'm still
not.
not. I'm very much a night bird.
I see.
You know?
Are you, Angel?
I am an any person as long as I get enough sleep. So I need to be prepped for it. So I get enough sleep.
Look at her. Look at her complexion. She needs her beauty sleep. She's in bed probably by 8 p.m. or
This is
something
true.
like that.
Yes, yes.
Really?
In bed by 8, asleep by 10.
See?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
That's why not
It's
everyone can do
discipline.
the morning show, you know?
Oh, no wonder.
Like for me, it's like, I go to bed at 1:30 in the morning.
So that's
and I
why he
wake
looks
up
like
at
that, and I look like I
4:45.
do.
Yes. yes.
You guys look amazing.
Okay, so let's go back to your work as
Sure.
an interpreter. We were asking you earlier a little bit about your experience with Lisa when she was here for the fan meet. Everyone was like, why do you need an interpreter when Lisa speaks perfectly fluent English? So tell us a little bit more about
This is
that.
at Marquee, right?
Oh no, not the Marquee. Marquee one was like Lisa alone, so it was like a pre-show, and then
Okay.
after that we went to indoor stadium. Not we. She went. She came.
You
to
can say
indoor
we.
No. She came to indoor stadium. I was ready there.
Oh,
And
okay.
then there was
Okay.
a show, so I was the MC, and then as you can tell, like I love to connect with people, so I just wanted to make sure that Lisa feel comfortable, and then make sure that the fan also feel connected to her.
Right.
So I feel like the being host and interpreter is quite similar, the same but different, like you
Yeah,
mentioned, Angel. Which is that interpreter was I am delivering what the artist wants to say to the fans, and then make the fan understood and feel connected.
Yep.
As an MC, it's just that I'm not interpreting, but more like conveying the message that Lisa wants to say or the artist wants to say by being there, fully immersed, and then being her fan or his fan. So it wasn't just like Lisa that I did an MC for the artist. Like for example, do you know Dio from EXO? Or now Dio is like Kyungsu. He's like alone and fully, like he's now CEO, and he came here to Singapore, and then I also went to KL with him as a host.
Okay.
And also like Hwasa from Mamamoo came to Singapore. I also did a fan meetup for her. And then like, do you know Baby Monster from YG?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I
yep.
also did an MC for them as well. So
Okay.
likewise, so I've been always trying to connect them to Singapore fans or to any fans from like overseas. And then like try to pull out the personality, any fun thing that they might have wanted to say but wasn't sure if it's appropriate. I'll try to like have fun with them.
Have you ever
And that's why they like you so much, because you have fun with them, they have fun with you.
I mean, I'm
you're
having
not
a
like a
blast.
normal, interpreter who's
like
just
a
there,
monotone
who's just there,
interpreter, yeah.
exactly, to do their job.
Yeah,
You know,
which is what I wanted to say. I mean, like, you have their full-on emotions that come through your words, through their words in Korean. But have you ever been in a moment where you couldn't exactly find the English word for what they wanted to say in
Definitely,
Korean? Like what
definitely.
is there? Because in English, I feel in Singlish especially, we have words that cannot quite be interpreted into English.
I
You
know,
know.
right?
So, are there any Korean sort of sayings or words that cannot be translated?
I
or
remember
interpreted?
one thing,
Yeah.
which is like for IU, there was a term called 단짠 단짠, which means sweet.
단짠, 단짠.
Yeah, 단짠 단짠. It means sweet, salty in direct translation.
Okay.
But what it actually means behind it, it has like full context. Meaning, have you ever eaten like sweet popcorn and then salty popcorn?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you eat it, you cannot stop it, right?
Yeah,
Because it's like,
yeah.
oh my god, I'm getting tired of sweetness. Then you eat salty popcorn, it's like, oh my god, I'm refreshed. And you can start all over again and actually eat more than what you usually do.
Okay.
Right. So sweet, salty, 단짠 단짠 means like
단짠,
it is
단짠.
so addictive that it tastes so good yet so addictive that I cannot stop being attracted by this.
So it's not necessarily food.
It's not
necessarily
It's for the
food?
situation. So
Okay.
IU was using it to praise the Singapore UNS, which is her fandom. So
Right.
singing us, saying like, you guys are so sweet, salty, good
I
at
can't
so
have enough of you.
addictive.
yeah, it's like
Right.
so good at singing, so good at dancing, so good at chanting. You guys are amazing. You guys are sweet, salty. I cannot get over it with you guys.
Sweet salty. I love that. Tanchan, tanchan. Right?
That's so bad.
Is
It's
it?
like
It is correct.
Tanchan, tanchan.
sounds so. Sounds better when you say it.
Well, she's Korean.
She
I'm
sounds
just like
cute.
literally. I just learned.
She's
the
not
word.
very good when it
Oh,
comes to
stop
like
it.
language.
Should appreciate it.
Yeah, say
Okay,
I'm so
you know what?
good.
Let's do that on the Big Show TV. How about that? How
Okay.
about you teach us some Korean phrases? All right, that's on the Big Show TV. It's 8:19.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you.
He's terrible. We do this every morning. Okay, so
He loves you.
very much.
I do. I just
but
like.
you should say it out
So I'm like,
loud.
I should do this.
Tanchan,
Anyway.
tanchan. Okay.
Tanjan. Apats.
What is it?
Hey,
You can always say like, oh, Glenn has such a tanjan personality.
There you,
You
go.
have such a
She's always
tanchan,
believed
tanchan
that. Actually.
personality.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
but you
much.
should put your heart. Right now you
I sound like a terrible interpreter.
No,
It's
it
like-
sound like you're like, I don't
it's
want
like,
to say it, but
say it.
since April is pushing me, let me do it.
You have such a tanchan personality, Glenn.
Yes,
You're
I
doing so
love
good,
that.
Angel. I'm so
You have
proud
such a
of you.
tan personality.
Yeah, like I appreciate every single people's like attempt to learn Korean
Yeah.
because like that way you're showing me how much you appreciate and want to learn more about it.
I mean, it all started with K-pop, right? And then the Korean food, Korean makeup, Korean skincare, Korean music, Korean everything. People are going to Seoul, because they want to immerse themselves. What do you think of this whole popularity that's blown up? You Koreans are everywhere. I mean, you look at all the European ads as well. Your Calvin Kleins, your
Yeah.
Gucci's, taken over the European brands as well. I mean, how does it feel as a Korean to see Korea everywhere?
Honestly, like I came to Singapore in 2016, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw how BTS became a syndrome, like a cultural wave, and swept all over the world. So I have seen how much the people's perspective over Korean culture have changed thanks to BTS, and all the other artists worked really hard and set the ground for it. So what I'm trying to say is that as a person who have seen how much it grow and then how people's perspective over Korean culture actually changed, I feel so proud. And that's one of the reasons why I try to put my heart whenever I meet any artist, because I know how much effort they have put it to be in that position, and then I want to make sure they feel appreciated, they feel connected, because flying here 6 hours and 30 minutes is not easy. So so because I'm grateful for everything they have established, and that is actually benefiting me directly or indirectly, not because I have a job as an interpreter, but also as a Korean.
Yeah.
As a Korean, when I first came to Singapore, everyone loved me regardless because
You were Korean.
because I was Korean. It's like, this is so weird. No one in the world except Korean like this.
Were they like, oh my God, you're so cool because you're Korean?
Yeah. And now I have a Korean friend.
Yeah.
Yay!
No joke. Since 2016, and then 2018 became crazier, and now it's on the peak of everything. I feel.
Yeah.
It's amazing, which is why I'm so grateful. It is it's more than just culture. It's more than just people, and then the popularity. It is part of who I am, and then just feel more and more grateful every day.
I love your energy. So positive. Okay, let's teach Glenn some Korean because he's so proficient with languages.
Yeah.
It's something
you
like if
ready?
I want to pick up a Korean girl or whatever, teach me some phrases.
Pick up line.
Oh, okay. How do you approach usually when you have a girl?
It's
You have
been
to-
a while.
I mean, I'm
Thanks, Angel. Thanks again.
welcome.
We're on the Big Show TV,
Yes.
right? Okay.
So since I'm an interpreter, I need to have some context first. Meaning, you can give me a phrase, maybe I can help you choose the right sentence. They can say it in Korean.
Okay. I mean, if I were to just approach a girl and I just want to say, hello. I was just wondering if you would like to have a drink with me or something like that.
I know, right? It's like, can I buy you a drink? That's better, right?
Yeah, can I buy you a drink? Okay. So maybe you need to introduce yourself, right? You can just say 안녕. Wait, is it?
안녕?
It's better to be formal than
Okay.
informal because 안녕 is very informal.
안녕하세요?
Yeah, 안녕하세요.
That's informal.
That's formal. 안녕하세요. The longer.
안녕하세요 is
Yeah.
formal. Okay.
Angel, so good at picking up.
See?
You're good, girl.
Like a polyglot.
She used to pick up many men.
In all languages.
sure.
Oh yeah. So you can say 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Correct. So 안녕하세요 means like hi, hello.
Right.
저는 글렌입니다.
Okay, wait, let's work on
저는
the
means-
안녕하세요 first.
Yeah, sure.
안녕하세요. But should I be like that or should I just go like 안녕하세요?
Depends on your mood. If you want to be serious, you can be like 안녕하세요. So like lower your tone.
Sexy voice.
Sexier. Yeah.
안녕하세요.
That's the one. That's the one.
See, I'm learning something already. Okay, I'll go with that.
Okay.
And then the next part.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm feeling like so I learned this from my Filipino friends and there's a phrase where I can use it in this position, which is like I'm feeling killing. With like
Killing?
yeah.
Killing.
Meaning like my heart is like anyway, yeah, so 안녕하세요 means hi, and
Okay.
then 저는 means
저는?
like
저는.
I am.
Okay.
저는 Glenn, your name. 입니다.
저는 Glenn
입니다.
입니다.
Yeah.
Imida.
저는 Glenn입니다.
Yeah, so it's a very formal way of approaching. Because I always find men, women, or like children, whoever they're formal,
Yeah.
and they're very like respectful. It has a power and makes you want to know you better. Yeah. so-
저는 Angel입니다.
Yeah.
Same. I mean
Same.
female, male,
Yeah.
same. Okay.
We do not have like female, male like differentiation.
Oh, thank
like,
goodness.
This is
standards.
easier then.
Yes.
Maybe we should take up
It's
Korean.
easier
We should
because,
learn
yeah.
Korean.
Yeah, it's just like formal and informal difference, slightly confusing. So it's always safer for you to stick with formal.
Formal.
Yeah.
안녕하세요.
Some people might find it like,
저는
hey, I'm younger
Angel입니다.
than you. Why are you being so formal? Then you just say like, someone told me that being formal is sexier.
Oh, sexier. Her name is April Kim.
Yeah, so 안녕하세요. 저는
저는
Glenn and
Angel입니다.
Angel입니다. And then 제가. So can I treat you a drink? You want to say that, right?
Yes.
제가.
제가
Because I don't say this, so I'm like, hold on a minute. 제가 한 잔 사드려도 될까요?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's so long, right?
제가 한 잔
사드려도 될까요?
사드려
사드려도
두
될까요?
될까요?
Yeah, 될까요?
될까요?
Yeah, it means like, can I buy you a cup of drink?
사드
사드 is like sad.
What if I just go straight in 될까요?
될까요?
될까요 is drink.
What does
That's
될까요?
so Singlish. It's like, can I? Can?
Oh, so where's the buy you a drink part?
사드.
Forget the can I buy you a drink.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Buy you a drink.
Buy a drink.
What's a buy you a drink?
Or you know what? Let's just be like funny but also cool. 가자. You can say like, let's go. 가자.
Oh, 가자.
가자.
To the bar.
Yeah, 가자.
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 Yeah, 가자. Let's go. 가자.
So it's like
You're being very formal and then you suddenly say 가자.
가자.
And the girl will be like, huh?
Oh.
Where?
What
And
happened?
like, 가자.
I'll practice this on
come back with me.
on my friend's wife.
Oh.
She's Korean.
Okay.
Friend's wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, but very
Just, I
casually.
mean, like, practicing only.
Sounded wrong, but
It's like, really?
but yeah, you practicing it on your
We
friend's
just
wife.
went out for a drink that night. Maybe when I see her, I'll go like
Yeah,
가자.
I think can.
가자.
Just like give her context.
안녕하세요.
Don't suddenly say like 가자. She'll be like, huh?
So it's like 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
저는 Glenn입니다. 가자. That's it. That's it.
That's
가자.
it. Yeah, don't make it too long because it also makes you feel like losing your confidence, right? Just
Yeah.
be playful because I think you're a very playful person with personality. Just say 가자.
Okay,
The
I'll
girl-
go back and I'll practice.
It's just like make the girl want to ask a question. Where? Then you'll be like,
Just come with me. little wink, and then you're like point to the bar. After that, it's all sign language.
yeah, everything is like heart to heart. She will understand you through heart. You will understand her through
yeah,
heart.
she'll probably go like, you know what? I speak English. Let's just.
It's like, I like your personality. I like that you try so hard learning my language. Let's go, 가자.
And then she'll be like, "You're so sweet, salty." What's that sweet, salty thing?
단짠, 단짠.
You're addictive, which is a good
Yeah, you're
thing.
addictive.
Then how do you say your place or my place?
Oh,
Your place is my place.
no, yours or mine?
Yours
Shall
or
we
mine?
go back to your place or my place?
The PG. After the show, I'll teach you something.
Okay.
It's a morning show, not the evening show.
You know, my boss is listening in right now, and he's going like, "I love you, April Kim."
He used to live in Seoul actually for a little while. Yeah, he loves everything Korean.
I'm
like
sure he can speak
everybody
Korean
else.
as well.
He can a little
Mr.
bit. yeah.
Stephen Chu, are you watching? Yes, I know you're watching right now. And you're going like, yes, April, that's the way.
Thank
you know?
you, Mr. Stephen Yo.
Stephen Chu.
Mr. Stephen Chu. 사랑해요. I love you too.
Oh, how do you say I love you?
Oh, 사랑해요.
Heyo.
사랑해요.
Sarangheyo.
사랑해요.
I think we had that other, who was that artist? Who was that Korean guy that came in Shalini?
Woo Jin.
Woo Jin. Yeah, he taught us Sarangheyo.
Yeah.
Sarangheyo.
Woo Jin came in with his interpreter.
Yes.
This old man.
He was very
Am
quiet.
I hearing complaint right
The
now?
same- It was like the same
monotone.
tone throughout.
He was
Hey,
like,
but-
Sarangheyo.
I think interpreter's main goal is to make sure all the message is delivered. So
True.
as long as he interpreted well, then he did his job.
Like
Actually, I don't think it was a professional interpreter though.
No, he was. I don't think
He
he was.
wasn't.
He was more of somebody they got in touch with because he
Last
was Korean.
minute, yeah.
That's
last
cool.
minute thing.
Okay, let's go back for traffic.
Okay.
All right.
Kiss 92 traffic.
If you're on the PIE heading towards Tuas, look out for an obstacle after Toguan Road's exit. Avoid lane 4. Also on the PIE towards Tuas after Jalan Yunos, a vehicle is having some trouble there. And another situation on the PIE towards Tuas after Engnyo Avenue is an accident causing backup to Stevens Road. Avoid lanes 4 and 5. Looks like the PIE towards Tuas is not the place to be. If you can find an alternative route, please do and stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We have been speaking to interpreter extraordinaire April Kim, who has worked with the likes of IU, Taeyeon, Hwasa, Lisa, and many, many more. Before we let you go, April, I think we did not ask you this question. What is your setup like most of the time?
My setup.
Backstage.
Backstage, what does it look like?
It's quite similar with my current setting, which is one mic, sometimes two mic, because I need to talk to the artist, but audience cannot hear it. So
Right,
it's like
okay.
a direct, one way.
Okay.
We're flashing some
Yeah.
pictures if you
so
can
you
see it.
that there's a huge screen where I can see the artist's facial expression, so I know exact timing when to start talking, when not to start talking, and then two mic. Or
You're
one
almost like an animator. You know how they do these voiceovers
Yes.
for cartoons and stuff like that because you need to see their expression,
mic.
right?
Exactly. Like they might be intending different meaning with the same sentence, because like
Yeah.
Korean can have a double meaning with the same sentence, so you need to see what is their expression like, what is their intonation like.
Yeah.
So I always request, like, it is not a default to have a monitor, but I always request, could you please give me a monitor where I can see the artist's expression?
It's easier,
Yeah.
right? Who are you going to be interpreting for this year? I'm sure you've got lots of gigs lined up. Can you
Only if you
reveal?
can tell.
Yeah, only if you can reveal anything.
Well, I can't say,
Okay.
but I'll say if you're in high spirits.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm sure
if
for
you
fans.
if you're a fan, you know who I'm
Okay.
referring to.
Okay. So
Oh,
that's
really?
like code.
Shalini Susan, do you know what
Do you
April
know
was
what she
talking about?
means? Okay, we go look up High Spirits Korean. Okay.
I mean, it's not exactly the fandom name, but like the fandom name is included in it. I'm just saying it. Yeah.
I think you know what I think you're perfect for doing what you do because, like, we were just talking about another Korean artist that came into the studio and had
Woo Jin,
right, and had an interpreter. May not have been professional, but different interpreters are built for different types of situations. Like,
For sure.
I'm not sure you would be a political interpreter between,
Imagine.
say, a president and a president. You know what I mean?
I think she could.
No, I'm not saying she cannot,
Yeah.
but I think she's much better doing entertainment and the fun stuff because she's so expressive. You know, she
Thank
can't be
you.
sitting in a like stiff room and like trying to make fun out of it because it's so serious.
You can
right?
make all the politicians who are like really stiff and serious sound fun.
Sound fun.
If I'm allowed.
You can just take a video off YouTube and translate that.
Oh, whoa, that's a good idea. Thanks for the idea. But thanks so much. That's so sweet of you.
Yeah,
guys.
so I think you're fantastic. I think you really bring across all the artists and what they really want to say to the fans, which is what the fans want to hear.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
And exactly
Absolutely.
what you guys are doing. Like, you guys make me feel so comfortable, so I can like be myself, talk about things with such enthusiasm in 8 a.m. in the morning. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sweet. Yes, it's been an absolute pleasure finally meeting you, April. And, well, we might see you again real soon. Or definitely hear you at one of these
Concerts.
forthcoming concerts. Because Angel and myself, we want to go catch some Korean
Absolutely.
artists in action.
Absolutely.
As well.
Aw.
Yeah.
Ping me, like message me saying, like, April, I'm here.
Yeah, backstage passes, please.
Oh, that one I can't give you. I'm
joking.
sorry.
Joking.
She's always like that. She'll,
I'll just slide it in,
I understand.
You give her an inch, she'll take a yard.
One day someone will say yes.
Yeah,
you
one
never
day.
know. You
Same
never
thing.
know.
You should always ask.
Exactly.
Okay. 안녕하세요.
Very good.
Thank you so much, April, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thanks, Ki.
We've been speaking to April Kim. All right, up next, Panic at the Disco. This is I Write Sins, Not Tragedies on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Natalie Dau.
Good morning, Angel. How are you?
Good, thank you. We lost Glenn. Oh, there, he's back. He is back.
morning, sir.
Good morning, sir, he says.
Good morning. Beautiful.
How have your travels been? You did you did quite a bit, haven't you? Been traveling? I feel like you have.
Sydney for a funeral last week.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. So it was literally 2 days. Well, not even 2 days, 36
Okay.
hours. So
Okay.
that was it. But not been here. Oh, and then yes, work in Phuket. Yeah.
See, yeah, you have been traveling. You
I have been traveling.
You
I
take the
forget
plane
about it.
like people take the bus.
She says it, but she's totally envious because she would
of
love
course.
to do the same.
Of course.
All right.
How was Chinese New Year?
Good.
The
good.
worst Chinese New
Oh,
Year
dear.
I've ever had.
Oh, not enough golf.
Yeah, not enough alcohol in the world.
No, it just wasn't a good Chinese New Year. But it was a good
Yeah.
thing because I ate less. I mean, in the past, right, I would always put on like a kilo and a half at least after Chinese New Year. But this Chinese New Year, I just felt like it was a liquid diet.
He only put on 500 grams.
Yeah. That's true. I'm still 73.7 kilograms.
Well done. Is that where you want to be?
No, I want to be at 70, but I think someone told me the other day 70 would be a bit too much.
I think it would be too much. I think you look great for
you
now.
might be a bit gaunt.
Yeah.
Maybe 72 then.
No, I think
Maintain it.
73 is good.
73?
73, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's 700 grams.
There you go.
That I need to
Just
lose.
don't eat today. Well, Natalie, I mean, we're still on the Big Show TV. We will be going on air in a while. But speaking of the holidays, speaking of Chinese New Year, it's the love letters, it's the kueh bangkit, it's that bakwa, it's all that food and the lohe with that sweet plum sauce. What do we do now?
Yeah, we stop eating. No, we stop eating. We eat more healthy and we get moving, I think, especially everyone's back in the office now, and they're trying to be healthy. Christmas is over as well, and it is really time, if you've let yourself go over January because everything's been jam-packed, that it's time to get your head down and start thinking about your health for 2025. And if you've had a bad start to the year, that's okay. It doesn't mean giving up on the rest of the year. It just means you start now. It's never too late to start.
Right. Just 6 more days to the end of Chinese New Year,
12th,
because it's
right?
15 days
Yeah.
in all. You know, and I think like you mentioned earlier on, like the yusheng and all that, you know, there's a lot of plum sauce. And all.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I find really funny is these days, well, not all the time. Like I was at a Chinese New Year luncheon yesterday. It was SPH's, SPH
Yearly.
Media's Chinese New Year luncheon, and of course, I mean, the lo hei is a big part of the lunch. You know, and I've got like 4 more lunches to go to, you know, the next few days and all that, and it's always a huge lo hei session before everything starts. And the other day, I heard someone tell, you know, one of the servers, don't put too much of the plum sauce in. It's like, but you see, that cannot be, because when we're doing the lo hei, right, you know, and you put the plum sauce, you need to put everything in, and you need to say those auspicious words.
Yeah, because if you say hold back on the plum sauce, it's like holding back on prosperity.
Correct.
It needs to be significant, right?
Yes.
So just
yes.
hold back on the amount that you eat.
Exactly.
It's like-
you just have a
Correct.
small portion of the yusheng.
And it's so deceptive because it's all vegetables. You know what I mean? It's like ginger strips and carrots and turnip and all that. You think, oh, this is the healthiest thing ever. But I think it's also just about the amount, right?
Yeah, you've had it right a few times, I'm sure,
Oh,
Nat.
yeah, and I love it, but it is, you're exactly right, and its sauce is the killer. It doesn't matter if it's in lo hei or anything, it is across everything. It's in a hamburger, sauce is a killer. It's
Salads.
Hawker Center, salads, oh my God, salad dressings. You can go and get a what you think is a healthy salad and you put a sauce on it, and you might as well go and have a Big Mac almost. So,
Yeah.
you know, the sauce and the oils are the killer.
Yeah, totally. So what do we do? You said don't eat.
Yeah.
Is that true?
But do you know roughly? Do you know roughly how many calories?
I'll check.
I mean, if we have like a small portion of yusheng, are we talking about hundreds
Yeah.
of calories right there?
It's a good question.
I'm going to
Right.
look it up.
Yeah.
Calories in lo hei and nutrition facts.
Because I know tarts are like terrible. It's like 80 calories
yeah.
per tart. Per pineapple tart.
163. 163.
Oh, okay. So that's
Per
a couple
serving.
of apples. Yeah. 3 apples.
But 3 apples are good to
Yeah.
have, right? You can
Yes,
just have it
yeah,
in
that's
one
what
lo
I'm
hei.
and if you were to eat 3 apples, you'd be a lot more full than you would be for having a small bowl of lo hei.
Of lo hei, yeah.
So I think just to have people think they've got to fill their bowls, just have a tiny bit, because you're going to be served a lot more food after that as well. So
Exactly,
it's,
yeah.
Like you said, it's portion control.
Correct. Okay, let's go back on air.
Kiss 92 traffic.
All right. The KJE towards the PIE, there's a vehicle broken down after the Sungai Tengah exit. On the SLE towards the BKE, right before the TPE exit, same situation, another broken down vehicle. And finally, on the PIE towards Tuas, we know that whole stretch is a problem area, but a vehicle's broken down also after Clementi Avenue 6's exit. Wherever you are, if you spot anything, it's 88550920.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest is Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms. You can follow her on her socials at Rockstar Arms. It is not really post-Chinese New Year, but usually the big celebrations happen maybe the first 3 days of Chinese New Year. But this year I feel like it's rather unique because we are actually having more of the Chinese New Year luncheons and dinners after Chinese New Year.
Yeah, and I hear this weekend also will still be pretty big because it's nearing the end, right?
Absolutely.
Nearing the Chap Gomei, that's what they call it,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
And we've got Nat here to tell us how we can get rid of the, extra weight that we've put on, because of the lead up to Chinese New Year and what's going on right now. Nat?
Yeah, like you said, I think, people are back in the office and they're doing all of the lunches. And I think, we need to think about start to get moving now. Maybe we've been sitting around, we've been visiting, but now it's moving. So, it's good to release some stress. A lunchtime walk is great if you don't have a lunch on, but we still need to get that heart rate elevated to be burning those calories. So, everyone I think has 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening to do some sort of quick little HIIT workout at home. And even if you're doing it in your pajamas, I think, don't make an excuse, go and do that. Be walking up those stairs at work, be a little bit out of breath, but just finding those little tiny hacks that keep us healthy and moving as we break into longer term healthier habits post Christmas and Chinese.
Natalie, you were talking about everyone having 10 minutes before work and when they come home and stuff like that, which reminded me of this thing I saw on Instagram the other day, the 7-minute workout. Have you heard of that?
Yes, and there's 8-minute ones as well, but I think they're all good. Pick one, right? Pick one from YouTube. There's thousands and thousands of those 10-minute, 7-minute, 5-minute workouts, and just stick with one and go for it. And they're all free.
Yeah.
So there really is no excuse. You don't need to be getting dressed to go down the gym. As I said, do it in your pajamas if you need to.
And who doesn't have 7 minutes?
Right.
So it's like I think it's 12 workouts, and then it's a break of 5 seconds in between, but you do each one 30 seconds or something like that. So it's super quick.
But some people just don't want to work out.
I know.
I've spoken to a number of people who just absolutely...
Yeah. They're like,
they refuse.
yeah.
They absolutely refuse to work out. So for some people who just don't want to work out, is the diet even more important then? So if you don't work out, then, make sure, you don't eat so much. Does that make sense?
Definitely makes sense, 100%. So number one, we work out for heart health and mental health a lot of times. So I think that's where we get that stress relief. But if we're not burning those calories, then we definitely don't need to be eating more. And diet will play a 95% role in staying healthy. So I think it's about, eating less. If you are sedentary, then you're not going to be burning the calories. So you really have to think about what's going into your mouth every single time and every single meal.
Oh gosh, I can't imagine anyone just eating and not moving. You know what I mean?
You know why? Because you're young now.
No,
that's
but
why.
even eating healthy, you still need to. Your body still needs to burn those calories. So there are people that can't move, for example. Whether it's mobility issues and all that. Is there any way that we can help them still kind of be active, but in a way that they can be active?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a lot of things. If you are, you can get into a pool, right, and do assisted exercise in there. If you can't walk, you can be doing seated things with weights. So there's always something you can do, and it is just about even fidgeting more and just moving more will burn those extra calories. And if you are overweight and not confident in exercising, then just walk. It doesn't matter. Just try and get moving and doing those simple things until you feel more confident about walking into a gym or doing something else. But just think about the movement, and then it just becomes a habit, and then it's a thing that you do every day.
Yeah, no, because I was just thinking of the slightly older ones.
Yeah.
I mean, when FD was with us, for example, you would ask him to work out and all that, and he would refuse to work out. And if we say anything a little bit more, he'll get angry, with us. And I was thinking about it, right? And I really do understand him because, he's got issues with his back. He's got issues with God alone knows,
what else, yeah.
All of us look fine, but somehow we might be
My back might hurt or something.
Our backs might be hurting, our shoulders might be hurting. You might not feel like working out. So I think what you mentioned earlier on, Nat, I think is great. Walking, because I think walking is something most of us can do, even if it means like, okay, let's just go to the shopping mall or something like that and just walk around for a few hours. That's walking as well.
Like stop a bus stop earlier or a train stop earlier and walk home.
As opposed
walk up the
to
stairs.
okay, I'm gonna be part of a HIIT workout or even a 7-minute workout. For someone who just refused to exercise or is injured or is not confident. That's a lot.
Yeah.
No,
it is.
Seems like a little, for us, but it's a lot for some of them. So walk. I think even walking in a pool even is all right.
Yes. Yeah, and I always say just go and think, I'm just going to go and walk for 5 minutes. And so it's not overbearing, but you'll end up probably doing 20 minutes, right? But just don't think about, I've got to go and do 20 minutes or 30 minutes. No, I'm just going for 5 minutes, and break it down. And before you know it, you'll be out there and enjoying being in nature, wherever you choose to walk. It's the hardest thing is putting on those shoes and getting out the door.
Getting started. But once you do that,
you feel so good
fine.
and you feel great about it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Nat, for joining us today. As always, have a wonderful week ahead, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Thanks, guys. I'm off for my walk now.
Oh, amazing. Well done. See ya.
Bye, Nat. All right, coming up, Kane Brown and Caitlin Brown, Body Talk. A new one right here on KISS.